y'all. This is the Knowing. I'm back as promised. I had to get off for a minute. The hairstylist was here. I just wanted to make sure everything was in order. Tia wanted to make sure everything was in order. And Tia is holding everybody accountable, I guess. But it appeared that it is. I said, ain't no need to curl. I'm going to curl it myself. I got to get back on with my people and finish the conversation. Then I got to go to Facebook and I got to get off Facebook. But I want to come back and finish the conversation because I promised you all that I would be back. So I'm going to give you all a few minutes while I get this stuff in order right here. And we're fixing bags. Till I fixed them up for me, I appreciate her. And I thank her for it. Okay, Miss Jean, I see you, baby. You're back. All right. I'm just, to everybody get on, I'm just getting the stuff in order here. That's all. Got several things to do before I got to be packed and everything. Okay, Miss Marcia, baby. Thank you, honey. Y'all got to be packed and everything before church tomorrow, and I will be going to the services. But hey, Miss Sharon, I want to let you know, thank you. I received your letter. And I'm gonna do that, and I'm glad you did speak on it. Hey, Miss Harris, and I thank you for that. I do. I was just talking to Till about that situation, and I'm gonna do everything I can for my mother while I can, and I'm gonna give her some of her wishes as well. So it was well received. It was. I appreciate you for everything that you've done, and I certainly appreciate the letters y'all send. Miss Sharon, why me? Miss Juanita. Thank y'all. Miss Marcia, thank you for the encouraging words and everything y'all send me. I appreciate it. Because y'all don't have to take out time to send me nothing. But I do appreciate Miss Sharon and what she said. And you weren't speaking out of turn. You were speaking on what I needed to hear, especially today, because it becomes a struggle. It really does when, you kind of know something ain't right. But then, you give up the sake of it all, for your parents, for your mother. And that's all I got. So I do that. That really, it meant something to me that you took time to write that. And why me, I already told you, how I feel about what you wrote. I only read mine. Tia, I just heard Tia say, oh, that's so sweet. And Tia take her, letter with her. Why me? But you always, send and speak things, all y'all do, into me. And when I'm wrong, y'all tell me. I mean, really. Especially when it comes to my mother and I share things with y'all. Tell me. Because I want to do what's right. Even when it comes to my life and my family, and I don't truly understand it. I come on here and talk to you all about it. If I can't talk to y'all and y'all talk to me, we say we family, who can I talk to? So it don't go unnoticed. And I try to walk and talk the same way. I don't try to get on here and act one way. That's right. Thank you, Miss Sharon. I know it does. And but when I come on here, I don't come on here faking. This is my life. This is the way I act. This is the way I treat people. I don't pretend on here. The only thing that if I don't do on here that I do in real life, when somebody step to me, I straighten them out quickly. Now I'm gonna be honest with that. I do that. I ain't no pushover, and I don't let nobody run over me. And I don't run over nobody, but that nobody comes to me and run over me. I just don't show that part on here, but everything else I do. I believe. Oh yes, ma'am. Oh yeah. I treat my mother the best. And make sure everything is good. And when she tells me something bothering her, and she did. She came to me and told me, y'all ain't getting along. And I'm bothered by it. And you can bring everything together. And I expect for you to do that. And I told y'all, for the sake of my mother, I would do that. You know, I won't let my mama worry herself to death about that. And I do. And I do exactly what I said I was gonna do. And we go on with it. And I do talk to my other sister about not being so mad and angry or whatever. You know, and she coming down too. She just told me, you know, I can't trust her. But if people do so much to you, it's hard for you to trust. So I leave that in God's hand and ask God to touch their heart. All right, y'all, let me get back to part 2 of the story. So, like I was telling y'all, this about the Bishop Whitehead. I'm getting all this from Facebook and the news article. Yes, amen. So, see, this is the thing, like I was telling y'all about the friend. See, something happened, and I told him that. And I said, I remember when I called you one night about a year ago, and you said, baby girl, be careful what you say, because they tapping the phone. I probably don't told y'all that part. I said, who tapping the phone? He said, the FBI. I said, okay, well, if it's the FBI, they can hear this, you know, because I'm going to say this. Because I was telling him, getting something off my chest about somebody that, you know, had kind of pissed me off. And I was telling him about, I said, they can hear this. And I gave him my whole name, address, and everything. And they can come out and talk to me about it if they want to. Because she don't piss me off. And this was something that happened almost 8 years ago. But I was telling y'all the story about it. So I said, something don't happen. Because if the FBI, you know, got your phone and they own it more than you, something you don't did. Well, he was in this powerful position, and he was saying that I guess the contractors was coming in, and he was going to get this person a contract. Well, everybody know. I want y'all, if y'all don't know, let me tell y'all this. If you're bored, and there's 5 of y'all, okay, what board you on? Everybody got one vote. You don't have a one vote. You can't really tell how them other votes gonna go, because you only got one. That's you. I sit on the board like that. It's only one vote is my vote. I don't tell folk how to vote. I vote my way and I keep it moving. That's how anybody can do. Well, this guy had said he could get a vote. The feds was already looking at this guy. Of course, this guy that I know didn't know anything about it. So he said, I'll exchange. You know, I got somebody y'all could. So they started keying on him. That's how he got in it. And he told the guy it would cost $10,000. Allegedly, but some of this is true because the guy that I'm talking about actually did 18 months in federal prison. So something happened. But anyway, he told him that he would give him $5,000 then and $5,000 when it happens. Okay? He gave him the $5,000. Of course, the money was marked because it was coming from the agents, okay? So, every conversation he had with the man was taped. Now, the guy I'm talking about was swindling a friend because, again, you only have one vote. Okay? That's it. You don't have any more votes. He could not determine how those other people was going to vote. And these were commissioners. I'll go ahead and tell you that. He couldn't determine how they was going to vote. You can't determine. You don't know how other people are going to vote now. So anyway, he did 18 months or whatever. And, of course, you know, stripped of, you know, office and all of that. And he went to federal prison. I've heard failing a lot of time. You know, he looked at, when I tell you, he went in there looking good. But he came out there looking very good. He was having bouts, I guess, with diabetes or blood pressure. Came out none of the problems. I mean, just came out just a good, fit man, looked at 10 years younger. So I said that to go back to Bishop Whitehead. Bishop Whitehead said that they want this Eric Adams. I think that's the mayor name, Eric Adams. But I don't heard that name. So he said he's not a snitch. He's out of nowhere. A year and a half or 2 years ago, they came and they just got his phone. They went arrested him or whatever. But they wanted the mayor. He said he ain't no snitch, never been no snitch. And he said, just keep watching, it's going to come out. But they got, you saying they're going to give you 49 years. The older lady's son said they've been after you for 4 years. Now, I don't know what happened. I'm not trying to act like I do. Y'all can go look it up. Bishop Whitehead. Y'all, you put Bishop Whitehead and Facebook coming right up. He the one with the Fendi, the flashy one. He the one that says church got robbed. I don't know whether or not it got robbed or not. I never followed up on that. But his church got robbed about a year ago. But anyway, he's in New York. And so he was saying I was found guilty. And he said, but they're going to appeal it. He had lawyers. I probably can pull him up. Let me see. He said he got lawyers that's going to appeal it. And so I was just saying this to say that if the FBI got you, most of the time they got you. I didn't say all the time. I said most of the time. And we all started this when we started talking about the elderly people and how people take from elderly. And when I said that it was just really wrong to take from them, and I said, okay, I'm saying put them in jail. If you know that you have borrowed from these elderly folk, give them their money back. Give them their money back. That's all you got to do. Give them the money back. And this is the one, y'all. Let me see. Wait a second.
All right, Bishop
This him.
Whitehead. He was convicted yesterday of fraud, attempted extortion, and lying to the FBI. And that is for allegedly bilking an elderly woman out of her retirement savings and using his ties with the mayor to try to extort a Bronx business owner. Now, if you guys recall, Bishop Lamar Whitehead was on Way Up With Ye early on when the show started last year. And here's what he had to say about his pending case. Still confident that you will get these charges dropped and that everything will be fine. You won't have to go back to jail because you are facing charges that have a significant amount of time attached to them.
Yeah. I believe that we're going to get the victory because Bishop Whitehead and the mayor of
Oh, okay. That's him, y'all. I told you like that Gucci stuff. Y'all see him. Gucci and Fendi and all that.
New York City.
Something's happening in this video.
And set up by the real con man. And I just want my life back, Angela.
Bishop Lamar Whitehead also did go live today and commented on this verdict. And he does plan to fight.
That's what they say.
Here's what he said.
Mm-hmm.
Stop listening to all of these social media platforms and the media. Do your own research. I stand on my innocence. This was not about Bishop Whitehead, y'all. This was politically driven. This was about Mayor Eric Adams. And just because I was not going to be a federal informant against the mayor of New York, the FBI said they was going to make my life a living hell.
All right. He is scheduled to be sentenced on July 1st. And, he could face up to 45 years in prison. So, very unfortunate situation for him.
Man.
So that's why I turned it around.
He posted, the story isn't over. It's just a new chapter. Stay tuned. God is still God. They can all laugh now and talk. After this, Jesus will still get the glory. Stay tuned for this new chapter called Truth and Vindication.
See, so that's what I was talking about. And this is what he looked like.
Hey, y'all. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing?
That's it.
How are you doing?
Okay. So he's saying that, God is still good. Yeah, God good all the time. God is good. Yes, he is. He's good and he's good all the time. But that's him. Let me just text my sister till I call her right back. And he was found guilty. He was. I'm just telling him I'm lying. And so what I was saying is about the woman with the money. That's what I was talking about. Hey, Miss Grace, and it was the elderly woman and her son. I was trying to pick up to see that I still have that clipping by her son, but they've been in this for 4 years, and he's supposed to swindle that old lady out of all her money. And about the ones that hadn't looked at it, please go back and look at it. But the thing I want y'all to know is that when I said that people are taking money from the old folk, I ain't lying about that, because they got receipts out here where checks have been written. Yes. But her son said this has been going on for 4 years. He says political driven. You never know where it's coming from, but if the truth is the truth, like I've been talking about Funny Willis. Funny Willis ain't done nothing but take a high profile person, finna prosecute him, and hire Wade, I think that's his name, to be the special prosecutor. And they started sleeping around. I mean, we got to tell the truth now. Start sleeping around. And people got whiffed of it. And so they wanted to disqualify her, hoping that another prosecutor come in and wouldn't touch the case. See, that's what all that was about. That woman ain't committed no crime. She hadn't. Men and women sleep together. That's what they do. Now, do I think the doc that she should have touched him? No, I don't. I wouldn't have touched him no matter how badly I wanted him. I wouldn't have touched him. He wouldn't have touched me. Because you have to look for people to come after you. So they set up to get them. Now, the thing about it that really, really offended me more than anything is the fact that they were saying women. That she needed this man. No. And if I did my research, she is an only child. Okay? She needed him for money now. And when they said carrying around money and she paid for things cash, that ain't unheard of. I told y'all when I went out to check on my clothes yesterday, I went to the bank after I left there. I went direct to the bank. I cashed a check that I had been had for about a month. This was another. When I travel with my professional job, I have to pay up front. And they pay me the money back. Well, I just waited before I cashed that check because I knew I was taking another trip. So I didn't cash that check until then. 9 times out of 10, you have your check back or you have your reimbursement back within 7 days. Okay? Once I get my reimbursement back, if I paid out of my pocket, I don't put that money in the bank. No. That money goes on another trip in a safe. It is not unheard of for people to travel with money. No, it's not. I'm never going to leave without money. Depending upon how many days I'm going to be gone, that's how much money I'm going to have. I thought nothing of it when the woman said she paid cash. I thought nothing of it when she said she paid people back in cash. I thought nothing of it. The same way as Till and I, we're going on a cruise with a group of people. That's right, Miss Marcia. Miss Marcia says I travel with cash. I do too. Our cruise is already paid for. I went ahead and paid for the cruise. Till gave me her money in cash, but Till gave me her money. I don't understand what the problem is with the cash. I'm like, Miss Marcia, I travel with cash. My father, but really the person who taught me that was Auntie Betty. Yeah. But Auntie Betty believed in giving you a lockbox, getting you a hole in there and then put you some flowers there. That's what she believed in because she's from old school. But my father taught me cash. That ex-husband, the first one, don't you go nowhere without using cash. If I'm going out of town, I may never use it. But I'm going to have me. If I'm going for a week, I'm going to have me over $1,000. with me. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have that. Yeah. If it ain't in my pocketbook, it's in my possession. I'm gonna have that. You see, come through, Miss Marcia. My auntie Betty buried all her hugs. Yeah, get your lockbox. Get your lockbox. Get your Ziploc bag like this. Put that money in there, wrap it up, and you bury it. And my aunt did one better. Plant a flower there. I'm telling you. She taught me that. So when they started saying all that stuff about carrying cash, I was like, whatever. And I told Till, said, Till, what did I first tell you when you came here? Get your safe. Get your safe. You can use the dots right now. I get the extra key, but you get your safe. You don't put all your eggs in nowhere. I ain't. What if the bank ain't got no cash in there and I need some money? I'm up the creek without a paddle. What if I'm just using it depending on my debit card? I told y'all I did that one time and all the debit machines was down. I always keep some money in my truck. I don't care if it's quarters, dollar. I always keep them. My mother had a house of plants and all the plants. Yep. All the plants have money in them. So that's all I'm saying that. That's all funny. Willis did. She slept with a man. He slept with her. One of them had to go. I hope y'all know that one day we gonna keep both of them. Because it's the way things look. That's why I do the things the way I do them. Because I never want my good to be evil spoken of. That's why I do the things I do. I could never pick up this phone. Hello? Hey. Hey, this is the doc. How you doing? Oh, yeah, mother. How you doing? I was just calling. Yeah. Oh, I just hate to ask you this. I just hate to ask you. Well, why you asking? When you're called, you're called. Just pay it back. Let me tell you something about elderly folk. If you got something from them, just pay them back. I don't think they trying to lock nobody up. I really don't. I think they want their money as they should get it. That's basically what I was saying. With him, they say he paid Rolls Royce payments, his car payment, the flashy suits, the fun, whatever business that he was trying to venture. But you don't take from an older lady retirement. You don't take anything from them elderly people. You just don't. How could you feel right doing it anyway? And that's what they got him for. Now, he says political motivated and all this other stuff. It could be. Most of the time, if you're a lawyer and you lose a case, you're going to try to go and appeal it. So, I wish him well, whatever happened. I'm not trying to figure it out. I'm not even trying to look into it. I was just trying to give you all an understanding of what I was saying about this friend. And the thing, and the irony of it all is when the FBI got you, they usually got you. I'm telling you, they usually got you. Now, is everybody they trying to arrest? Probably not. Probably not. Now, I don't know. I've heard that the Eric Adams name come up several times, but I can't remember why. But they say he crooked too. I don't know. Excuse me, y'all. The street committee said cricket. The doc don't know. I don't even know anything about them. I just saw when he had brought up that church. But yes, they did say he hit a lady, and all this other stuff. And they say his wife is powerful. They say she has left him. I don't know if that's true. But it's just that when I start looking at all of these things about taking money from the senior citizen, it started to bother me. Yes, they do. They do it. They do a thorough investigation. They ain't the state. The feds do a thorough investigation. When they got you, they got you. They got you. So that's what I was saying about that. But I was just saying, you don't get on here. You shouldn't. But it's a lot of scam. And I'm going to come tell. That's why I'm talking to y'all about it. I got to call Miss Jean. Miss Jean got to tell me about a scam. Some scams that's going on that, I told you when my people are in it, I'm going to speak on it. I mean, it does not have to be the exact thing there, but if somebody don't scam them, but I tell y'all all the time, Don't send your money. Just don't send your money. I don't care how y'all love folk. If you know you're having a hard time, don't send your money. Please. And when somebody already owe you and they promise to pay and they ain't paid and they get on the phone and they got another sad story, look out. Look out for that. Excuse me. Look out for that. Because a lot of times, y'all excuse me, a lot of times they ain't intend to pay you back. And another thing, if you already done stated what has happened, you ain't got to do 7, 8 lives. You stated what happened. It's like me, I ask a lot of questions too. You ain't gonna scam me, but it's a lot of scams out here. It really is. That's why I tell my elderly people, if you're still using your credit cards and stuff, you got to make sure that they're okay. You got to make sure ain't nobody going there charging stuff on you. It's things that you have to make sure of. You know, like with my mother business. I have to make sure. And I promise my mother. That's one thing I promise you. Ain't nobody going to take advantage of you. Not as long as I'm breathing and on earth. Nobody. I'm not going to take advantage of you. Your other children are not. And nobody else. I make my mama that promise. And she know once I make the promise, I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that it goes that way. Because it should. Nobody, I don't care who it is, should want to take anything from my mother, because my mama has given and given, and she definitely has helped her children. So should nobody want to do anything but give her, not take from her. So, and let me make this clear. And neither one of my sisters nor myself has taken anything from my mother. No, nobody's taken anything from her. I want to be fair when I'm talking about it. Nobody has taken anything. Y'all know I'm in disagreement with one. But as far as taking, no. As far as not being fair on some sides, yes. But nothing taken. So I just want to be clear, because I want to always be honest. You know, because I got a conscience too. So I don't want to be out here lying on nobody. Hey, Miss Wanda. Y'all, I want to clear that up and tell y'all about that. I'm headed to Facebook now. Will y'all please follow me over there. Y'all, this is Seeing and Out Knowing. I love you, and I'm